can we talk about what happens to the immune system as we get older? I mean, we're all aging, every moment of the day. But after you pass 50, what are you seeing in terms of your immune system? And perhaps what can we do to help us, keep a healthy function going?
Well, the medical term for this is called immunosenescence. It's kind of derived from the same root as senile, which means an aging immune system.
I'm liking it less and less, Michael.
And so the immune system actually deteriorates with aging, and it stifles the generation of protective B and T cell mediated adaptive immunity, and hinders our protective effect responses, especially those that are, for example, elderly who receive a seasonal flu vaccination don't respond to it as well as younger people do. So again, going back to stress management and exercise, sleep, a healthy diet, intermittent fasting, these are all things that can positively affect immunosenescence. And so it's kind of incumbent upon those of us who are aging to, do the very best we can to live a healthy lifestyle.
I think that the immunosenescence is really a very big challenge. It probably is why we're seeing this virus just wreak havoc on our elders. And, it also, like Michael was saying, even their response to the vaccine is considered to be less. But I think that in addition to just those basic critical strategies of sleep and all of that, there are ways we can create sort of adjuvants to stimulate immune activity. I think about, some of the polysaccharide-rich plants that we use in our medicinal materia medica, things like astragalus, echinacea. These are plants that have polysaccharides that stimulate the immune system and kind of break through some of that immune exhaustion that happens with immunosenescence. So I think there's a role for that. This is also where I would say exercise is our friend. Exercise is one of the best ways to kind of reactivate the immune, and I say the immune system, which is really kind of overgeneralized, but basically reactivate adaptive immunity especially. And so I think that getting our elders out there exercising to their capacity is really critical. And one last point I'll make, which is interesting, is that there have been some studies that people who describe themselves as lonely or as socially isolated have poorer responses to vaccination than people who feel socially connected. And this is really obviously an extra issue of importance during the pandemic. But I think creating a sense of community around people, valuable connections, actually enhances immune function, again, specifically of innate immune cells like natural killer cells and T cells, which are really critical in defending us against viral infections.
Yeah, it's an interesting point, because I was just reading actually last year that in the UK they've appointed a minister of loneliness, because I think it's we're starting to understand how important the social connection is to the overall well-being of our health, right?
Dean Ornish, who conducted a lot of research on reducing cardiovascular risk with a lifestyle program, concluded after years and years of his work in this area that social isolation was the greatest risk factor for cardiovascular risk. And he wrote a book about this called Love and Survival.
I hope you enjoyed that highlight from a recent program on Nutramedica. If you want to get access to our full-length shows and live interactive events, you'll need to register as a healthcare professional at Nutramedica.org. To stay up to date with our latest programs, go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. We'll see you soon at Nutramedica.org.